Yo, Ross, what's good, man? What's good with you, brother?
Man,
Well, while Ross get situated and come back in, bottom line is this, man. Y'all need when y'all come in, y'all need to donate to motivate. We already know the title. The title is very clear. It tells you what it is. What round will Errol Spence knock out Terence Crawford? I need you guys to start putting that in the comment section. What round will Errol Spence knock out Terence Crawford? We've been telling everybody it's under 10 rounds. So what round will Earl Spence knock out Terence Crawford? What's your take on it, Tom Ross?
um, before I got that's an 8 through 10 is when it's gonna happen. Start breakdown. You're gonna have to.
Okay, between 8 and 10. Whew, man, this week has been a very significant week because we've been seeing a lot of anxiety, been seeing a lot of depression. We've been seeing a lot of mental health disorders manifesting from Terence Crawford's fans. I don't know what the heck it is. I don't know. I don't know what the heck is going on. To be honest with you, um, I don't know what the heck they on, but I could tell that they're mad. And every day this fight draws closer, you're gonna get more inflammatory statements. You're gonna get more egregious statements. You're gonna get more disrespect. You're gonna get more people that's gonna sit there and tell you why Earl Spence is gonna lose, but not
Right.
in the sense that Earl Spence is losing, but it's more out of panic and fear, and you could sense it. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you off of your center mass to say you look like you scared. I'm not scared. You only saying that because you're projecting what you're feeling. You're projecting your own fear. I'm good to go. I've been telling you, Earl Spence is gonna knock out Terence Crawford, and this is when he's gonna knock out Terence Crawford. I don't need to do in-depth analysis, in-depth breakdown. I don't need to do none of that bullshit. And that's what a lot of people do. When people want to hide behind 50-50, they give you, well, this is the in-depth, this is the complete. All of these YouTubers, they are cockroaches. I don't do none of that dumb shit. When you are certain with someone, you need to be telling motherfuckers, this is what's gonna happen. That's why I shout outs to the Real Marlo TV. I saw his video early in the morning before I hit the hay. His video said, how much can Terence Crawford handle Earl Spence? That shit don't sound like no in-depth analysis. It sounds like Terence Crawford's in deep fucking waters. I love to hear shit like that. Be
Well, a
defensive.
lot of shit they call don't really that.
Yep.
They just in depth announcement punch combinations saying, "Oh, this guy." See, you can't overlook this guy. It isn't be going back and forth who they're going to win. They're making a real in depth type breakdowns and shit.
Facts. Facts. All they do is just go back and forth with bullshit, man. And it's tiring. And as fight fans, you got to understand what you're seeing. The reason why they do this is because it's called hedging your bet. When you have two people in position and you got two people talking, it's to hedge your bet, and it's to put you in a position to where you can fall on any position. I don't play those games, man. If I was interviewing somebody and I was rocking with somebody and I was constantly around someone, because I'm constantly getting these comments, but he knows this person is rocking with the. When you rock with someone, you show it in your actions, man, not in your words. Your words don't mean nothing. Words never meant anything. It's always actions. When the time comes, they're putting their life on the line. Do you put your channel on the line too behind that person? Right. See, that's how that shit works.
That's how it works.
I put my channel on the line every time with Errol Spence. Why? Because it's not because I'm a fan of the dudes, because I just believe in the dude's abilities, man. And to be honest with you, this is a more calming moment for me because I already know what's about to happen. When you know what's about to happen, you're calm, man. It's called the calm before the fucking storm. That's why I'm definitive, man. That's why when people say, you know, man, you just believe in Errol Spence so much, man. You see that this fight is going to turn out the way it is. The reason why I know this to be true is because I know the identity of the person. As you guys see, I'm going to give you guys another subliminal why Errol Spence is going to kill Terence Crawford in that fucking ring. Yes, I use the word kill because every day as the fight draws closer, Errol Spence is more mean. That's a little secret I'm going to give you guys. This is for real Errol Spence fans if you know this shit. Ross knows it, but anybody else that really didn't pay attention, Errol Spence gets more annoyed as the fight draws closer. What that is testosterone overflowing, and it hasn't been able to work itself out. So because it's overflowing, it needs to get to a place to where it has to do damage. And you could tell the difference between him and Terence Crawford. You could tell there may be some truth to Terence Crawford when Terence Crawford's talking about every fight. During the fights, he have sex and shit like that. There may be some truth to that shit. Because I don't see the testosterone overflowing with this motherfucker. I see this motherfucker kind of just chill, relaxed. I see him just doing his thing. And then in that All Access episode 2, he let the cat out the bag and was like, yeah, they asked him on what was it, the Breakfast Club? I don't know why people still interview at that place. Like that place is still relevant. But anyways, they asked him, so I heard there was a rumor that you have sex, you know, or while you fighting. He was like, yeah, man, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. I do that shit all the time. You know why I'm bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because this is going to be one of the excuses that he's going to fucking use. Because you know in boxing, they tell you you need your legs up under you. And this is the biggest fight of your career. Being that it's the biggest fight of the career, you're not changing up a training method that you've been using. Do not think that we're going to let you use this fucking excuse because this is a training method that you've been using every single fight. You have been fucking during fights. So you didn't change shit up. So don't try to come here and try to use that as a fucking excuse.
Yeah, man. There's no excuse. This fight. You know what I'm saying? Both the wrists, both on the dotted line, both been through their career. Like Spence knew car accident. This is the fight he wanted. He's been through all shit he's been through it. So barring an injury or barring some freak accident, you lose. Just the hacksaw to eat a glorified slave plate fight, you know what I'm saying? And you lose, you know what I mean? Oh, that's huge. But other than that, there ain't no excuses, man. But the thing about what's going on in the boxing politics, like I tell you, this is still in boxing. As soon as anyway, what they do is, and they make you not like service. So you have soon as anyway, when to celebrate anyway, hey, this one no matter what happens on Saturday. How does this fight got something to do with that fight?
Exactly.
How does this fight to do? How do it but fight that's for undisputed? We haven't had a recognized undisputed champion since Zab Judah. Yeah, Zab Judah lost to Baltimore, but Baltimore never got that credit because they did some Ricky Dick fuck shit with the belts. And Floyd beat Baltimore got the credit, but Floyd never got the credit when he beat Baltimore. Ricky Dick Floyd for being undisputed. So Zab Judah was a fighter because they none of that goofy shit. This is gonna be the next undisputed Westweight championship. And they're trying to act what it did after that. He beat a game opponent. He beat Wilson's not top 5 pound for pound fighter. And he was even top fighter. Errol Spence, but if I'm not mistaken, they're both in the top 5 pound for pound right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's like going to the finals. That's like getting through the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference and going to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
You're at the top beating each other. This guy, he might be at the top of his weight class, but he's not at the top of boxing getting ready to. It's not Davis last night.
Exactly.
He's Fulton.
Yep.
No disrespect to Fulton, but I wasn't even familiar with his work. I wasn't familiar with either one of these dudes' works. I don't start watching dudes like that. They start making big news. I wasn't familiar with dudes' work like that. When I went to go look at his work, I see why he lost the way he lost to Inoue. He's shitty. And Inoue got power. He don't got nothing else. He got power.
Mm-hmm.
So I see that. And had I known that then, I wouldn't be so surprised when I was watching this shit. But at the end of the day, there's no fight who has been this big. Any. Yeah, Floyd fought McGregor. McGregor was the last that fight was worth. And this fight is bigger on a historical point in boxing. The Manny Floyd fight was more big point in boxing. These guys had to fight each other. Fight right here has more historical meaning because one of them was going to be the welterweight champion. The real welterweight, the welterweight champion, the welterweight. This fight is going to be more legitimate in that way. So how dare someone say that a fight at super bantamweight it makes somebody number 1 pound for pound over two guys who. If that's the case, why do guys take this chance if they're not going to get the credit? Why? What's stopping Bruce Ennis and them when Errol Spence leaves saying, "Man, fuck this. I'm finna fight to make some bantamweight the number 1 fighter." Because they don't want to see a black guy number 1.
Yep.
Get out of here.
Yep. That's that ESPN shit, and that's why Andre Ward left. Let's be honest. Andre Ward left a few weeks ago? Got tired of the bullshit, man. And let's be honest here. Everyone knows that the biggest fight is Spence versus Crawford. The first person who started that narrative was Teddy Atlas. This is why I don't trust ESPN, Emotionally Stupefied Peons Network. This is why I don't trust anything that's associated with them because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And then for Timothy Bradley and them to try to justify, first of all, Timothy Bradley, you didn't even know the rules and you just said that out of your own mouth. I don't know the rules that's going on in Japan, but a rap is a hand wrap. If you don't know the rules, why even comment on it? Just to talk to say that what you're talking, I can't stand when Negroes do dumb shit like that.
More than that, but they soundbited him to make us agree with him. He actually disagreed with. He says that it does is illegal, and if they are let him do that, if they're doing the wrong thing. So, but they soundbite him to make it seem like he agrees with what Inoue does.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's actually that's actually a whole 30-minute conversation that they soundbited.
Gotcha. Yeah. I got you. Once you said that, I got you, man. Because that's what Buddy did to me last week. So I got you when you said that. Yeah. So I take that back.
Well, people don't understand. Let me shoot this real quick. All because something in Vegas that is legal. Well, they just want to put on the fight, and they're there for the basic emergency. They don't care if you don't point it out. They're gonna let Cotto happen in Vegas. Vegas looked at those and said those those are not good when Cotto got cheated. So you can't trust the boxing commissioner. They were gonna let Floyd fight Maidana with those thin ass gloves. They forced Wilder into fighting Tyson with gloves and the pulls it. But they would have had to wear it. He ain't have to say fuck this fight. So he fought somebody with the gloves that was basically bare knuckle. Vegas would let anything happen. Vegas has not come. I've been watching boxing. I've been watching boxing since I was 5-6 years old, man. It's the cornermen who catch cheaters.
Yep.
So saying Vegas allowed don't mean they've allowed it don't mean nothing. It's up to the cornermen to catch the cheater because the people just want to fight the don't give a fuck safety. So I want to get that out.
I'm glad you did because there's you have agreements in the comment section saying corner throws in the towel, ref stopped it, or the doctor stops it. One of them either way. Bottom line is this fight right here is incomparable with any fight this year. Why? Because of the buildup. Why? Because of the years of the drawing back and forth. Why? Because now it's bad blood on both sides. Why? Because it's two black fighters, which is polarizing in of itself. Why? Because of the fact that they're both stylistically different. Why? Because of the jarring back and forth between both Bo Mack and Derek James. Why? Because of the fact that you have two different schools of coaching and training. Why? Because two different areas, Texas, Nebraska. Why? Because Al Heyman versus Bob Arum, even though Terence Crawford is by himself, really he's just from Bob Arum, top rank. So there's so many polarizations and so many nuanced stories that makes this fight a super fight. And then you got both fighters and what both fighters have accomplished leading up until this point. So Naoya Inoue should not be compared to any of these guys because let's be honest, his resume doesn't stack up. His opponents doesn't stack up. What he's brought to the table doesn't stack up. Yeah. Nothing fucking stacks up with him. So I really don't take anything that he's doing seriously as a boxer, seriously as a fighter, seriously from any standpoint. I mean, it is what it is. But the bottom line is, it was a disservice from ESPN. It's a disrespect. It shows you the lack of respect that ESPN has for boxing itself, black fighters, black men, black people in general. When you take a fighter that you know that want to fight against another fighter that really, let's be honest, outside of boxing connoisseurs, who really fucking knows Inoue and Stephen Fulton? Like in terms of boxing casuals, they don't fucking know them. So that in of itself does not make the fight bigger than Spence versus Crawford. Everyone knows the Spence and Crawford fight. I just went and did my manicure and pedicure yesterday, and when I did that shit, the woman that normally do it, she was telling me, you gonna watch the fight this weekend? I said, what fight? Because I want to know what she was talking about. She said, well, everybody's talking about it. I said, what fight? She said, the Spence and Crawford fight. She said, who you picking?
Right.
Look at this woman and tell this woman don't follow boxing, but she know Spence and Crawford. That shit came out of her mouth. Asian woman too. She said in a very Asian fashion. Shit came out of her mouth though. She said, I'm picking the guy from Texas, Spence. I said, why? Because he looks better. See, I expect her to say that. Female.
Women supposed to say that.
They supposed to say that.
Yeah.
Not no damn big Tyrone 720. I don't expect you to say no crazy shit like that. But when she said that, I was like, okay. She said, yeah, he looks better. You know, he looks handsome and he looks confident. So I'm picking him to win. I'm like, okay. All right. And she said, I'm gonna watch it at my house. I said, all right, cool. But I expected her to say that she's a female, and she said it.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they know the fight is happening, that tells you the difference between the fight actually taking place and what type of fight we have that's embarking
Yeah.
on July 29th. So stop the fucking disrespect, ESPN. Stop the bullshit.
For any to keep their goal, black fighters off the time and keep them as possible for as long as possible. They put that opinion out to see if those are gonna stick. But they need it with everybody, not just with through the out there. This guy's to see if it's gonna stick, but start attacking shit right away. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's good. Good things. But he doesn't have the resume or the cash or the star power to be or Terence Crawford for those out there after this fight. He doesn't. Who has he fought? Name them. Name more than 2 people. Name more than Nina Donaire and Fortune. Who's he fought? He got all these belts. Who he beat him for? Who he beat those belts? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when Spence stops Crawford tomorrow, he will be the number, not tomorrow, but on Saturday, he will be the number 1 pound for pound fighter. Period.
Facts. And it's not even up for discussion. And here's the thing. I'm glad you harped on that point, because now we got to go even further and make it very clear. What we're seeing from this fight is we're going to see that the whole Naoya Inoue and the Stephen Fulton, I want to harp on this. Now, some niggas gonna get offended. I said this and Ross had laughed when I said it, but it needs to be said on wax. Stephen Fulton's from Philly. And I'm tired of you Philly niggas in all genres of entertainment. Every time y'all get to the highest levels, y'all fail. I'm tired of this shit, man. Philly niggas have a tendency, every time they get to the highest level of something, in genres of entertainment. Meek Mill choke with fucking Drake. How you choke with Drake of all fucking people? It's just something about you motherfuckers, man. At the highest levels, y'all be choking. Stephen Fulton, I should have seen that, and if I would have saw that, I would have probably held back and not pick him. I should have known his ass was from Philly. If I knew he was from Philly, I would have left that shit alone. I would have been like, all right,
I know he's from Philly, so I start trying to watch the preamp when they amp you up.
Yeah.
But Philly used to be that were monsters. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what happened.
After the whole Bernard Hopkins stock, that shit went down to the ground, man. That shit went to trash.
That shit was down,
man. Trash, man. And it's like every motherfucker that's from there in this generation, this genre, every time they get to the big dance, they nut up.
Yeah, but you said it. You said it had you see how the charge at the height of his Freeway was one of my dudes. He choked against Cassie. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Mike, that's another Philly nigga, but against Cassie. Cassie fucked up his own career. Meek Mill saying do some stupid shit every week. Like that, just being stupid or being sus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lil Uzi Vert, his life is. You know what I mean? Fucking L. So yeah, man.
These Philly niggas, man. And then Jerron Ennis is the latest. So when he catch his L, I'm not gonna be surprised. I don't know what it is in that Philly stock, man. That shit's just weak sauce. It's just weak, man. Motherfuckers get to the highest levels. They don't know how to respond. They don't know how to win. This was supposed to be your coming out party, Fulton. But see, this right here reveals to me. But here's one thing that's common with all those Philly niggas. They all got that shoe shining ability. I told motherfuckers, man, that shoe shining shit, that shit is not fucking boxing, bro. If this nigga had his fundamentals, he had his high guard. When this dude was throwing those flurry of punches, all that shit would have been blocked up. The reason why this shit didn't get blocked up, nigga had his hands down. And what's the saying that Errol Spence always say? Hands down, man down.
And another thing, he's not strong in there either, because even when he had his high up, he punched it through the high guard. Because first I thought he was blocked out. He blocked. They put that dude punching through the damn guard. And I said, he looked weak in there. And he better be draining himself to make that weight. Let's go to the next weight class. He looked very weak in there, very slow. His ass touched up in there. No excuses. Dude changed the hand wraps for him, and he changed the gloves out for him. He just got whooped.
You got whooped.
If you would have had those hand wraps, he'd probably be in the hospital right now.
Yep. So this is an indictment. This is an indictment right now on Philly niggas, man. Y'all looking weak. Danny Garcia, this motherfucker, Fulton, Bernard Hopkins. Even towards the end, Kovalev retired him because he was shoe shining in that damn fight, and that shoe shining got his ass retired. I know he was older, but still, he had no business fucking shoe shining. Should have fought fundamental in that fight. He got fucked around, got retired.
He should have been in that fight, no way.
Yeah.
He
shouldn't have been in that damn. He shouldn't have been in that fucking fight, but he was in that fucking fight, shoe shining like a motherfucker, and got knocked out. So the moral of the story is, stop raising up fighters to shoe shine. Shoe shine don't get motherfuckers nowhere, man. Get motherfuckers knocked out. It's that simple.
Everybody's around him, but they're trying to.
Yeah, motherfuckers always want to put some special sauce on some bullshit, knowing damn well this fight right here is creating a lot of anxiety and depression. We see it. If you guys have been paying attention, be brazy, all of the people in the chat, what have you been noticing with Terence Crawford fans? They've been on very mute status this whole fucking week. They've been on anxiety. They've been on depression. There was this dude that had a channel called Bud Stops Easy Errol Spence. This nigga has disappeared. This nigga used to blow me up every fucking week. This nigga disappeared.
Casual boxing talk. Disappeared.
Yep. He became the next Tom Ross with casual conversations. I think he's said, fuck it. I'm gonna copy Tom Ross's ideals, and I'm just gonna stop talking about fucking boxing, period. Because this is what happened. How can you continue to keep talking about boxing when Errol Spence, that you kept saying weight bully Spence? This is what's gonna find out with all of these ESJ haters. They're gonna follow casual boxing talk and become casual conversations themselves too. They're not gonna have no room to diss Errol Spence no more. So they're gonna say, fuck it, this nigga's just too good. Like it was with Floyd. He's too good. Fuck him. I can't counter anything that he's doing. He's beating up everybody that I thought that he would, that I thought would beat him. So fuck it. I might as well just join. Sometimes that's what ends up happening, man. The guy's just too dominant. They force you to just join. It is what it is. And see, this is where anxiety and depression kicks in when people say, if the other side somehow wins. That's what anxiety and depression is. Anxiety and depression brings out all of these different nuances in your brain to where you feel that you have to say so many different things. When you're resolved and you're absolute, what is the title? The title is at the end of the day, Tom Ross just put up there, and I've been leaving this motherfucker up. So we want to know from y'all, what round will Errol Spence stop Terence Crawford? What round will Errol Spence stop Bud Crawford? That's the definitive. So we want to know from y'all, what round?
Right. The problem is they're feeling anxiety, and they want to displace anger, but they want to displace anxiety on us because they're not confident at all.
Yep.
They know what's going to be said. They come here trying to derail you, derail me or chat, for their confidence. They're not confident. If they were confident, it wouldn't even be somebody somewhere on a Bud Crawford live stream. But they come here hoping and praying that they could pull somebody off that confidence and off that swagger. You know what I'm saying? So they try to act things, try to make you doubt, because there are people who are full of doubt. LeBron James fans, Bud Crawford fans, right? These people they don't have any emphasis on life. They don't have any, I know this is gonna happen. These are what you call I hope. These are I hope niggas.
Yep.
They don't wake up saying, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. They hope they get some pussy.
Yep.
They don't know they're gonna get some pussy. They hope they get some pussy. They hope they get lucky.
Yep.
These type of that get lucky. When they get pussy, they actually got lucky. They get lucky. These niggas.
Yep.
I hope they don't make shit happen so they don't understand this type of mindset. And when they not hoping, guess what they doing? Looking at other niggas' dick prints as a gauge of who's gonna win a fight. That's something a woman would do. Like women, they watch baseball and they comment on the men on their legs and shit. They comment men's body. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So when you see a man openly talking about sexual parts of another man, it's because he wants those parts inside of him, man. He wants those parts inside of him, man. I come from a family of hustlers and gangsters. Niggas been in jail, and niggas say, you know, you in the shower, but you see everything, but you don't see everything. It's like your mind's condition. It's like everything becomes a blur. See this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand just what he was talking about. I was in the Navy. Who was in the Army? Sometimes you take an open shower. You see niggas in there, but you see. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you even have a conversation with a nigga next to you, but you don't see him that way. You know what I mean? So for someone to zoom in and actually to look so hard so they notice one package is bigger than another, then they take that and they manifest that into masculine and more out, and that's so feminine. That's telling me that this is in boxing. This fight has become something bigger than boxing. This fight is bringing out hidden sexual desires. You know what I'm saying? And think about it. It's not that we're trying to make a suspect. People gotta understand. You could say and you could do whatever you want to do in this life, but there's consequences and repercussions, man. Everybody got choices, and choose to zoom. You choose to open about another nigga dick choice to be suspect. And as a Hebrew and as an alpha, you my brother. I have record. I can't let you dust around me like that. And I don't believe it's pause. You said that because that's how you feel. Yep. I don't say pause. If I say something you think suspect, that's because you really gay. Because I don't say suspect shit. You know what I mean? But what you said was super suspect. So I had to say something about that. I had to let it be known because you got to think about it. Every time you come on here, it's going to be talked about. Unless you know that right now. It's going to be talked about every time you come on here, man. Until you come on here and until you denounce. Until you denounce package watching. Over. Until you denounce packet watching, package watching is over with, man. Print watching. As long as you keep saying it's okay for men to look at men as packages, I'm sorry, man. You are suspect to the T. And people, when somebody does anything, The average man today ain't nothing but a woman. When a woman other people, you got a small package, no the bigger shit around. These niggas saying, just broke you.
You there? This nigga.
Somebody's eye socket is not like the eye of the skull. This is the crown of the head. This is part of the skull. It's not like breaking your nose. You're breaking somebody's skull, their face. You say somebody don't, you can't do it. Power. Power like Errol Spence and Gennady. You know what I'm saying? You got sneaky power like an Ali, cumulative. If he hits you with enough punches, he's gonna knock you out. But he need about 5 or 6 of them. There's power. If you're a cat, you don't understand boxing. Humble yourself and just ask.
Facts.
And just spew out things you don't know what you're talking about. That's another female tendency, man. You don't have you have too much pride to say shit about boxing. Yeah. Boxing. I like boxing. And then we'll school you, but come and he just broke just eye socket. That don't make sense. Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad when Bud Man fans justify the fact that they are package watchers, man. They are sausage lovers.
He steady double down on us.
It has been a continuum because you're not complimenting.
Screen capture artists. Because we got to keep it going, man. Every time you come in here, you are representing Crawford fans. You got to screen capture all this, man. You hear you know how you shouldn't be afraid. Oh, man. I'm not an expert. I don't know. I'll leave. So I'm not an expert. I don't know enough to comment the predict for. I don't know enough of that. I don't know. I'm not really an expert. I'm not a subject matter expert in different, so I don't have the prerequisite certifications to say who dig bigger than who. You know what I'm saying? But obviously you do so. Hey, you know that's what you. But just stop saying you heterosexual because now you disrespecting us.
Yep.
Stop saying that. Just say I'm bisexual and I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone because that's what bisexual men supposed to do.
Yep.
But don't come in here and act like you just like everybody else because you're not.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Screen capture that, man.
I screen capture it.
Yeah, this motherfucker keep doubling down.
I'm doing a community post as we speak on it. You know what I'm saying?
Hard to make a soft ass, man. Not a soft ass like sexually, dude. I'm talking about hard head get your ass whooped by your big ass. Like, you know, I told her like shouldn't fear. Man, he knows all the time. I can compliment me. If a nigga got on a nice man, that's a nice suit. I want your dick print look good in that suit. Cause I wouldn't know. Cause I'm looking that far down.
And I'm only bringing this up for those purposes of the community post.
Yeah.
Because you got to get exposed, man. Just come out the fucking closet already, man. This is you doing a disservice, Doug. you doing a disservice to people that actually have been what they call that shit, going through adversity over that bullshit. You doing a disservice. You know damn well you wanna come out the closet, and you sit here playing games. Why are you playing games with coming out the closet, man? Just come out the closet already.
Yeah.
And what it does is it speaks fundamentally to Bud Man fans. But I done said this, man. Bud Man fans, Big Tyrone 720 speaks fundamentally for all of y'all. If you are rooting for Terence Crawford, your poster boy, your guy at arms, Big Tyrone 720 is letting the world know y'all not rooting for Terence Crawford because y'all think he could win. Y'all rooting for Terence Crawford because y'all want to see the man's package.
That don't make no sense. Man. There's one thing, you know what I mean? You said you come in here for this purpose, and if you're gonna find somebody else suspect with you.
Yep.
One thing I realized by knowing people that suspects were gay, they don't even like really mess around with other gay people. They like messing around with straight that they could turn out. Ain't nobody in here for you to turn out. Ain't none of us package people. Ain't none of those package
Russ, we got to take that back. There are, and I'm gonna tell you who they are: the Bud Man fans.
Super power, the other cut. Yeah, he came here for them. They gone, man. Guys, all listen here, man. Hitters of, yeah, and you in shorts. That's something a woman would say, bro.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
we all play meat check as teens. No, we all did it. No, we all did it. Definitely all play meat check. No.
I gotta take this one. This motherfucker boy. This motherfucker.
Giving us some good content.
People can see. He's like, the fuck we didn't. Hey, I'm telling y'all, motherfuckers, y'all think we bullshitting when we say there's some suspect fucking behaviors going on, man. That's suspect like as
man. No.
Nah, he didn't play hide and go seek. He played swallow and seek.
Fucking put on some great sweats and geek. This nigga talking about we all played meat check as teams. As teens.
Man, I don't know what kind of parents you had, man, but they really didn't give a shit about you.
As teens, I mean, y'all was gay, man. When shit like that happens, psychology says it's with little children who don't know better.
Yep.
When they go get their ass, or when they get yelled at for doing it, as teens, they know they're not supposed to be whipping out their short into boys.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who y'all was teenagers jacking off in front of each other? Come on, man. The psychology says at that point, that's what y'all wanted to do.
Yep.
It had nothing to do with meat checks. That was the game. Y'all act like y'all bisexual tendencies.
Yep.
A game.
It's come out the closet, man. Come out the closet already.
Man.
It's sad. Just come out the closet, man. Be done with it. You like men. You like fucking men, man. Be done with that shit. Because right now, what you're doing is these people that are pushing these movements and pushing these things and trying to let the world know, and they go through all of this, whatever the fuck they go through to come out the closet. They already will always be forever set back, but you setting them back even further in their own natural setback. They're always going to be set back. But you're setting them back even further in their natural setback because of the fact that you're not coming out to admit the fact that you yourself are basically effeminate. Let's just be honest here. You're effeminate. You're not masculine. See, the definition of being masculine and its trait and its natural trait is to like the opposite, feminine. That's what masculinity is all about. You're not masculine. You're effeminate. That's what you are. Go look up the word effeminate. Effeminate likes sausages in them, and at the same time, they want to identify as masculine, and which is very confusing to me because how can you identify with two natures when you are one nature in of itself? Period. It's very clear that you like Terence Crawford. It's very clear that you came from Boxing Ego. It's very clear that you're a disciple of his because you made it clear. You told us that you came from Boxing Ego. So we
And
know.
it all made sense.
So now we know when he says V taper, we know what it means now because you clarified it for us. You told us, hey, you know, everybody know what V taper mean. Y'all just now figuring out what V taper is. We learn now because you told us. So when he says V taper, we understand that V taper means dick print. That's what it means because you explained that to us. So just come out the closet, man, and be done with it. Stop playing these games. Like, just be honest about yourself and say that I am a Budman fan, and this is the reason why I'm a Budman fan. It has nothing to do with boxing. It has everything to do with the fact that I like Terence Crawford's sausage. I like his dick print. I like everything that's associated with him. It's so much to the point of the zestiness and the, what we would say, alphabet letters and suspect behaviors that you got people low-key trying to erroneously think that I'm lumped into the shit, and I have to go and say, no, 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 no. Go back and read. But what I'm realizing is a lot of people, they don't even have third grade education. So they read something, it seems like it's inflammatory, even though you're the content creator putting it up, and they automatically think that you're connected. It just shows me people lack reading comprehension. So I have to re-clarify. Nope, this is not me. This is a guy by the name of Big Tyrone 720. The name in of itself speaks it. And I'm glad you said that when you said, and I have the caption screen out when you said ego is the GOAT for sure. Yep, I'm going to caption screen that. And there's a reason for that. Because what he did is he brought homosexuality to boxing. And see, all of you guys that have been on Ego's channel and have listened to Ego talk about Weight Watchers, and you've watched the whole segment, you were curious yourself. Yes, I know this is going to offend a lot of people because I'm sure they were there during those moments when he was doing those Weight Watchers. If you didn't get out of that damn live when those Weight Watchers were being talked about, or you didn't sit there and you weren't against what was being said in the Weight Watchers, you were basically co-signing to the fact that you've been bi-curious your whole life and you just didn't know how to identify with it. You didn't know how to label it. You didn't know how to affiliate and associate and appropriate with it. You didn't know how to abbreviate it. So you had somebody like Boxing Ego come into the mix to give an identity, and the identity behind it was we're going to talk about V tapers. See, V tapers is covert because when you say V taper, you're covertly talking about what you want to talk about, which is sausage and meat pack district. That's what you want to talk about. Let's be honest. And it's sad, but it's just the reality. And the reality is, we know now why Terence Crawford fans are rooting for Terence Crawford. Outside of the anxiety, outside of the depression, it's more so of the fact that these guys like what they like. And there's nothing wrong with that for you, but don't push that shit on us. Don't try to say, oh, we played these games when we were young. No, I didn't play none of those fucking games. I don't even understand what those games are about, to be honest with you. I don't even know what that shit is. I think a lot of men that get shit like that, forced onto themselves is they usually get that shit forced onto themselves if they went to jail or some shit like that because they're not used to shit like that. But here you go, coming out your rabbit ass mouth, talking about this like it is something that is law, like it is something that is uniform. It is something that everybody has done. No, your upbringing is not my upbringing. My upbringing is not your upbringing. We don't have the same upbringing. So the bottom line is, why are you talking about something like this and you're not being honest about yourself? There's something in character. There's something in you being true to yourself. This is 2023, man. The world is all about coming out. Why aren't you coming out, man, and telling the world who you are? Because you're letting us know time and time again who the fuck you are. And you're letting us very much clearly understand that you like what you like. You like suspect fucking behaviors. And we just need to accept that for what it is. Now, when people erroneously say, is Spence going to make weight? What you're basically saying is you're knocking the fact that Errol Spence had what? How many fights? 28 fights. This is his 29th fight. When has he ever not made weight in the 28 fights? Please explain that to me. So when you ask if somebody's going to make weight, that sounds very stupid, as if you didn't watch their career and see that they never miss weight at the weight scale. When you look at the media day, you could clearly see the man is on weight. You could clearly see the man is in shape. Now, if you're looking at that from that aspect, will Spence make weight? I think it's more of a fear factor because you know that he's going to come in to punish Terence Crawford. So you're looking for outliers. You're looking for things that actually you shouldn't even be paying attention to. If you believe in Terence Crawford so much, you should just say, you know what? Terence Crawford's going to box the shit out of Errol Spence. That's what you should be saying to us. And we would accept that. Oh, Terence Crawford's going to fuck up Errol Spence because he's supposedly the more technically sound fighter. But y'all don't even believe that bullshit when y'all say that. Because like Gary Russell Jr. said, Terence Crawford is defensively irresponsible. Terence Crawford gets hurt by smaller guys. Terence Crawford, let's be honest, he can't take punishment. And Terence Crawford, let's be honest, has been hurt by myself in sparring. That's what Gary Russell Jr. said. So I expect Errol Spence, the bigger, the stronger, the more fundamentally, the more technically sound fighter in the later rounds, to stalk him like Freddie. I love that reference that he used. And said and drop them dumbbells on him. Mm-hmm. He gonna fuck around and get butt in one of them corners. That's that hood shit. I love the way he spoke because he gave you the hood vernacular. I like when a hood nigga is true to his hood self. He don't try to be nothing different on the camera. He don't try to play no politic or whatever. He's hood wherever he's at. And he gave his hood vernacular to the highest levels. He said, man, Earl gonna fuck around. It's like this nigga was talking to his homeboy and he had a mic on. He said, Earl, let me tell you something. Earl gonna fuck around and he gonna catch that motherfucker in one of them corners. He gonna stalk him like Freddie and he gonna drop them on him. And then they said, and they looked at Gary Russell and said, are you just saying that because of hate? Said, listen, when me and Terence Crawford had, we already had. It's already squashed. But if he want to shake something, I'll hit him in the fucking jaw again too and show that he's chinny. But it ain't about that. What it's about is he's defensively responsible. We know he's been hurt by smaller guys. And Errol Spence gonna fuck around and stalk him. Get him in one of them fucking corners and drop them dumbbells on him. When he reiterated that shit, I said, man, I got to do a shorts on this shit, man, because this shit, that shorts did hellified numbers. Because it was the truth, man. That motherfucker told the truth that nobody else wanted to tell. That Earl gonna fuck around and hurt this motherfucker. And that's what it is.
Comment on blog that absolutely knows shit about it. Let's Errol Spence make weight. Did you know the fight's still gonna happen? It just won't be for undisputed.
Yep.
One of the belts, or maybe 2 or 3 of the belts, might get stripped because he didn't make weight, but the fight will still happen. Did y'all know that? Y'all think the fight not gonna happen because he's already at weight. You can look at him himself. He's already at weight. He's never looked this good before a fight.
Mm-hmm.
I've never looked this good before a fight. After the weigh-in, he's looked marvelous many times, but he never looked this good before weigh-in. And just energetic, like man. But anyway, let's say he don't. Y'all thought the fight. That's what it is. They think that Errol Spence don't make weight. It's not gonna happen.
Yep.
Or y'all hope he don't make weight. That way you can say, "Oh, you're the weight bully." That's what it is. Y'all hope he don't make weight. That if he stop blood, you can say, "Oh, it's because he came in over." At the end of the day, a stoppage is a stoppage, dude.
Yep.
There's no moral victories in life.
Yep.
Y'all be looking for moral victories. Y'all gotta find y'all daddies, make contact with them, and say, "Man, look, I need you, man. I was not raised. I was not prepared to be a man." They don't look for shit. Either you got the job done or you didn't, and you learn from that loss. Yep. You don't say, I could have won, but he was 5 pounds heavier than me. Let other people make the moral excuse for you. You don't make it yourself. Y'all be looking for moral excuses and don't listen. You really a fan of somebody and they take an L. The best you do is that L, man. It's gonna help them get better. The reason Manny Pacquiao never got better because people always made excuses for him when he lost. Always. So he never. Canelo's still the same fighter that he was against Floyd. Because when he lost, they made excuses for him. And I always bring this guy up while we're the basket. LeBron James never got better.
Yep.
Every time he lost, what they do, they made an excuse. When they make an excuse for you, you can put everybody else in me. Got better. You don't let people make excuses for you. You just take your L's and you learn from your L's. You can't help but to get better.
Facts.
The reason why these guys still the same fighters and they don't adapt because people make excuses for them, man. He just lost. Period. If I know Spence the way I think I know Spence, I think it's going to be about brutal stoppage.
Brutal
stoppage, man. The best thing for boxing. The best to see another brutal. And what's the name? He fucked up the trend. Stephen Ford fucked up the trend. The hype driver getting exposed left and right.
Yep.
Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, Canelo, all exposed. All fucking exposed.
That's why you never let when the pressure's on the line, you never let a Philly nigga go in there and do the job for you. They be always fucking up, man. There's something about these Philly niggas, man. That's why you see why I don't trust Jerron Ennis. It's something about these Philly niggas, man. They always fucking up. Always. When the ball's on their court to get the job done, they always fucking up.
Big Tyrone. Black men don't play meat check.
Yep.
That's a white man's game. I was in the military. The white boys did that.
Yep.
Only the sellout black niggas played that shit with the white boys. The black niggas in the military, the real niggas didn't play that, and you knew not to play with us like that, boy. Them niggas never tried me like that. I ain't even had to say I don't play that way. I walked around all day. Them niggas never tried. Big niggas, big swole niggas, never tried me like that, boy.
Yep.
You let niggas I knew you was suspect. Niggas never tried me like that. I ain't never played no fucking meat check.
Yep.
Closest thing that shit ever was when I played football. My coach, you had to wear your cup, and before you went on that field, he'll check see if you had your cup. And that's it. But that's football shit. Ain't no nigga never put his hand on my meat, boy. Y'all play like that? Y'all play like that, boy? Like, that's suspect. Suspect. Every time you open your suspect, they don't know they saying this suspect because they've been around all women all their life. They ain't had that uncle to say you don't sit down when you pee, you stand up. This how you pee. Y'all ain't had that uncle to do that, man. Y'all probably sit down pissing at 8, 9 years old.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all, you told you missing a lot of life, man. Get in contact with the men in your family. Sit down and ask them, like, why are these niggas clowning me for talking about dick prints? They're gonna tell you, like, boy, you said what? Nah, you can't be saying no shit like that, boy.
Yep.
Your ass can't be on this. You pretty much listen. When you're on YouTube on the internet, you pretty on TV. Why I say that? Why there's not 3,000-4,000 viewers in here? It don't matter. Somebody can screen capture this shit, put it on Twitter, and make it go viral. If you talking about looking at niggas' dick prints and shit, you gotta be confident of what you're saying, man. At all times you on the internet talking about y'all ain't never played the game, y'all. Fuck nah, man. No white boys was doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know that game. They ain't calling me check though. They called it some other shit. No white boys was doing that shit, man. That's probably a lot of black niggas. Y'all niggas really want to be white so bad. Y'all want to be white so bad, man. You end up doing. No, play that game. Man, back to Errol Spence and Crawford, man. Errol Spence from Crawford. I see the first couple of rounds, Errol Spence actually gonna be fighting from the breaking him now. He's gonna start round 3, 4, 5, 6, really investing into the body deep. Into the body. Like Flume was senior said 7, 8.
Yeah, I can see that too, man.
Yeah, gonna be ready to go home.
It's gonna be 39-1, man. That's what it's gonna be. 39-1. And honestly, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Earl Spence says, you know what? If he sees something early, he goes and he goes for the kill right then and there. Because he did that. He did that in the Ocampo fight when he sensed something really early in the water, and he just went in for a kill shot. All Terence Crawford got to do is just give Errol Spence an opening, because Earl is not about pleasing you fans. Earl's about winning, and that's what I liked about Earl. That's what I like about Floyd, and that's what I like about Andre Ward. They don't give a shit about you guys. They give a shit about their livelihood, their family, and how they go about their day to day. And if Earl see a quick opening, like he did with Ocampo, Ocampo left the liver spleen open and got his ass out of there quick, he gonna do the same shit to Bud. Y'all gonna feel like y'all ain't get y'all money's worth, but I'm gonna feel like I got my money's worth because it'll be a quick stoppage, and I can understand why he's doing that. Done, stop this nigga out, and I'm moving on. So don't be surprised, man, because we all talked about inside of 10, brutal stoppage, but you know what? What we really have not harped on is a quick stoppage, and this fight could very well be that.
It
a quick fucking stoppage.
It could. Think about Errol.
Because Bud likes to do this thing. Bud likes to do this thing that, and he's gonna get punished for it. Bud likes to do this thing where he clinches and then he leans forward. You can't do that shit with Earl, man, because that clinch shit and then lean forward, you leaving your face open a lot of times. Spence naturally throws jabs, and he always follows it up with a hook. Whether if it's a left hook or a right hook, he naturally does that. So I could see Bud getting stopped when he clinch and then lean forward. I could see that because the natural reaction for Spence's punching pattern is to throw a jab and then a right or a left hook. So Bud can fuck around and get caught one of them shots upstairs and then get dropped because we know he's chinny. He doesn't have a solid chin.
Yeah, here's the thing about it. I went back to Benavidez. Bud body so many times and didn't follow up because I don't think Benavidez understands the slight body language that happens when somebody's hurt to the body. He hurt Bud to the body so many fucking times. It happens with Spence. It's some people they don't understand that thought. When you compare, they think you compare two that are exactly like resistance. You who have long arms, good jab. Comparing that guy to that, this guy got 33 wins. Guy just got 3 wins. When you talk not related to physical, right? You talk about resistance. Better, yeah, but we're talking about resistance. Abstract thought would break through all that, see the correlation. Man. The schools because they taught us they taught lines, you know what I'm saying? They taught sentences and see what it means by looking at certain words. Two prepared. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's not. Because he could have taken to the body and Spence noticed that early. So all I'm saying is Crawford can't take it to the body. He goes probably to the kill. How can I misunderstand that? You know what I'm saying? I started to think a certain somebody is D.
Exactly. That's exactly who it is. And I can see why you see it like that. I'm gonna tell you like this.
You clowns.
Mm-hmm.
That's D vernacular.
Yep. It does sound like that vernacular. And I'm gonna tell you like this. The clinching part is very important to see because the reason why Terence Crawford clinches is, and most guys that have long reaches do that. Most guys that have super long reaches, they try to clinch you as a way to control. It usually works in their favor when they're fighting guys that fight at their tempo.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you fight at someone's tempo and their speed, the clinching is going to work because they can control you because you're fighting at their speed. But here's the problem. Errol doesn't fight at that speed where he's going 30%. His speed is constantly 70, 80% every fucking round. So the clinch is not going to work because Spence is already outpacing you from a speed standpoint in terms of how the round is going, punch by punch, volume by volume, movement by movement. So that's the number one reason why the clinching shit ain't gonna work. Because in order for you to clinch somebody, you have to be able to have ring generalship to control them, to clinch them. Mm-hmm. Well, the ring generalship controlling part comes in the fact that that person is moving at your pace. But if they're not moving at your pace, you don't even have ring generalship. So if you don't have ring generalship, you can't control. So that's going to be the number one reason why Terence Crawford going to get fucking stopped. The second reason is Terence Crawford, he launches forward, and after every clinch, he does not do the right fundamental thing that you're supposed to do. If you go and look at the film study on it, when you clinch, you're supposed to do it the way Floyd does it. When Floyd clinches and Floyd leans forward, his natural reaction is to pivot to the left. Mm-hmm. Why does he pivot to the left after he does that? He knows you can't be like Keith Thurman and be stupid and just go back, because if you go back, you leave your head open like this, and that's what happened. He left his head open, his head open, and Manny Pacquiao was able to have all day, every day. But when you lean forward and you clinch, you're already in a compromising, vulnerable position. But when you step and pivot to the left, you reset. and you remove yourself from that compromising position, and then you reset back into what's called a true boxing stance, whatever boxing stance you have. So that's why you got to pivot to the left. But Terence Crawford, for a guy who's supposedly supposed to be a fundamental and sound fighter, he don't even do that. He don't pivot left. When he clinch, he holds you. That is perfect for Spence, because when you clinch and you hold someone, now Spence could work their fucking body.
Yep.
All day, every day, tear their body down and break them systematically. And yes, Errol Spence is on the level of Floyd because they had a sparring match, and the sparring match let you know that they were on the same level. You know, unless you're a boxing casual and you don't understand that, I mean, you had some of the greatest boxing minds in that sparring match telling you that that sparring match was better than 99.9% of real fights that was going on. See, again, a lot of people that are boxing casual that don't understand the sport of boxing, they don't even understand what's called sparring wars. Sparring wars are actual sparring matches that happen where fighters are fighting like they're on a level beyond a professional fight. But I don't even want to go into that, because if I go into that, it's gonna go over a lot of motherfuckers' heads. Because if you're not a true boxing connoisseur, you don't even understand what I'm talking about. But that's what Errol Spence and Floyd Mayweather had in the long. And basically, I'm taking a long story and making it short. They had what was called a sparring war, but they had the best version of that. Once Earl sparred Floyd, if you guys paid attention, nobody else was able to see Earl in the ring. Earl was beating everybody. Once Floyd sparred Earl, in Floyd's second half, where a boxer's supposed to start showcasing decline and they're supposed to start showcasing physical issues and stuff like that, Floyd was able to get a second win, and then look what he was able to do to opponents. Look what he did to Robert Guerrero. That was one of his greatest performances right after jail, because he sparred with Errol Spence. Go look at what he did to Canelo. That was from the Errol Spence sparring. Go look at what he did against Manny Pacquiao. Errol Spence sparring. So he made this motherfucker sharp, just like Floyd made Earl sharp. Go look at Earl's fights after that, after Floyd Mayweather, knocking niggas out, terminating niggas in the fucking ring. So it was iron sharpening iron. But people don't understand that. That's why Earl did the sparring. Earl did what Kobe Bryant did with Michael Jordan. If I could go toe-to-toe with Jordan in a basketball game, I know nobody on the basketball court could see me. And what happened? Kobe got 32 and 36. So once Kobe realized that he could do that against Michael Jordan, oh, he's the black cat, I'm the caramel cat. What did Kobe Bryant do the rest of his career? Nobody else was irrelevant to him on the basketball court. It's the same thing with Earl. Okay, if I could go to pace with this dude, and I could go back and forth with this dude, blah, blah, blah. But people are like, well, the first time they sparred, Floyd just came out of jail. Well, they kept sparring after that. And when they kept sparring after that, it was basically two guys going at it, and it was literally a stalemate every single fucking time.
It don't matter. Go ahead.
So the bottom line is, this kid came in there and said, look, I'm your transparent image. This is my time. I'm going to take over this fucking fight. I'm going to take over this sport. And that's what he did. He came in, took over the sport. He was not intimidated. Just like when Michael Jordan told Bryant, these are some big shoes to fill. Okay, 55 that. Floyd said, this is the doghouse. In the doghouse, we wear you out. Earl probably looked at Floyd like, you don't know? I'm the big fucking fish. I'm about to show you I'm the big fucking fish. Some people, you cannot intimidate them, man. And that's what you understand.
Floyd actually called Errol Spence a bitch. He's like, you good for a bitch. And then Errol Spence like, man, since you said that shit, let me back up. Since you said that, I ain't one of these other niggas.
Yep.
They went back in there and did 6 more rounds.
Yep.
These niggas had already did 15 rounds.
Yep.
They went back in there and did 6. Floyd stopped. He stopped or he make his spark, or he make them quit because they mentally fucked up. Don't nobody
Crawford. When you say Terence Crawford is comparable to Floyd, you're a fucking liar, because Floyd don't get hit like that. Floyd don't get dropped by Mean Machine. There's no evidence of that shit.
I hate that he say that is working around to that point. The reason why they're so opposed to what you're saying, because they think it's Terence close to Floyd. Not knowing Spence is more close to Floyd than Terence Crawford because their styles look alike, but because they both fight from a fundamental base.
Yep.
Terence Crawford is all athleticism, bad fundamentals. His punches are wide. You see Terence Crawford get the shit beat out of like you've never seen before.
Yep.
Wide punches are gonna get him hurt in this fight against Errol Spence.
Yep.
He's fast, but he ain't that fast.
Yep.
Wide are gonna leave him open to the body.
Yep. Yep.
Why Floyd throw wide punches like that? Oh wow. Terence Crawford is so fucking overrated, it don't make no sense, man.
Yep.
With the
there's no time in Floyd's career you ever seen him go tooth and nail with Jose Benavidez. There's no time in Floyd's career you ever seen him get dropped by a Mean Machine. There's no time in Floyd's career where you've seen Floyd Mayweather go tooth and nail with some damn Kell Brook that was already damaged by Errol Spence. You have never seen Floyd Mayweather go tooth and nail with some Sean Porter that got damaged by Errol Spence. I'm sorry. You cannot find that. So when you say Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather are comparable to one another, you're going off of cockroach YouTubers and ESPN bullshitters. You're going off of what they're telling you. You don't even sound like yourself. Because at the end of the day, Floyd is a fundamentally sound fighter. He's not reckless. He's not defensively irresponsible. So when you sit here and say that Terence Crawford is like Floyd, you don't know fucking boxing. You're just saying what everybody else said out of your rabbit ass mouth. And it is what it is, man. But when you compare guys, you have to compare guys in the sense of comparing what they've done. And this narrative that Kell Brook was damaged by Triple G, Kell Brook fought Triple G to duck Errol Spence. I'm surprised y'all never bring that up because Errol Spence was the fighter that he was supposed to fight. He tried to run away from Errol Spence to do an advanced level ducking of Triple G. I like the IBF because the IBF respected that. IBF said, no, fuck you. Either you going to get stripped or you got to go back and fight this motherfucker.
Right. But who's fault?
He was trying to duck Errol Spence first. And then when you say Triple G broke his face, no, Triple G broke his orbital bone. Errol Spence broke his whole face. So you don't know fucking boxing. Errol Spence broke this whole other motherfucker's face.
And here's another thing. Who told him to go to 160?
Exactly.
You got a mandatory with Errol Spence. Why are you going to 160 to fight somebody way bigger than you?
Yep.
This how much he feared him.
Yep.
But these type of arguments let you know how little you know about boxing and how dumb they really don't know shit about boxing at all.
Yep.
Bud Crawford is Floyd if Floyd didn't have a father. If Floyd didn't have a father, he would Crawford just naturally good. It's athletic.
Yep. That makes perfect sense to me.
Floyd actually had a father that gave him discipline, made him learn the sweet science to teach to your damn totally different fighter. And that dog that Floyd but Shane said he would have got stopped. Bud don't got that type of dog in him, man. Floyd got an unbelievable dog in him. Unbelievable.
It's funny that people use these references. Spence couldn't stop Mikey Garcia, but Mikey Garcia officially said Errol Spence retired him, though. That's why people don't say what really happened. Mikey Garcia, when they asked him, why are you retiring from the sport? He said, after the Errol Spence fight, Errol Spence officially retired me. Why you omit that? He couldn't stop Mikey Garcia, but he retired him, though, right? So
that's even worse. That's even worse. Mikey Garcia was like 25 years old, right? Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Let me look this shit up, because I want to be accurate.
Officially fucking retire him. And here's the thing. Canelo Alvarez is irrelevant. Canelo got beat up by Dimitri Bivol. Once Canelo got beat up by Dimitri Bivol, he's irrelevant. I don't know why y'all keep bringing up Canelo. I don't understand that. And Mikey Garcia is not a 130 pounder. The last fight that he fought, this is where you keep getting boxing casual shit. The last fight that he fight before Errol Spence was 140 when he fought Robert Easter. So he moved up one weight class.
They say everything that ESPN say.
Yeah, I know, man. These niggas don't know boxing, man.
No,
They talk out their ass.
Like
Getting fact checked like a motherfucker.
like
He didn't retire Mike Garcia. Go Google it. Go Google it. They'll say it to you. I saw the article, man. I did a video on it. Mikey Garcia officially retires from boxing. You know what he said? The reason why I'm retiring from after the Errol Spence fight, I was not the same fighter. So I'm retiring from the sport of boxing. Fuck out of here, man. Mikey Garcia got fucking properly retired. So accept that. I understand your little Mikey, man. You want to protect your little fucking Mikey.
Mikey Garcia.
The motherfuckers always want to protect, always want to protect. Mikey Garcia fought Adrian Broner at 140. I mean, come on, man. Mikey Garcia.
When you get that fight, bullshit. You can't say, you really can't stop him. What you can say is Mikey Garcia stood in place. That's what you can say. I think niggas get jumped on by 20 niggas and then get knocked out because they cover their head and cover their vital organs and shit. When you don't fight and you just be in a fight like this and just covering yourself up, it's hard to knock you out. But you're getting beat the hell up.
But you know what niggas gonna say? You know what niggas gonna say, Ross? This is why I call Terence Crawford the black Mikey Garcia. You see the excuse? Mikey Garcia is a little dude who went 12 rounds with Spence. Well, Terence Crawford, you gonna say the same shit. There's a little dude who went 12 rounds with Errol Spence. Because guess what? Didn't this nigga start at 132? Went up 135, went to 140, 147. Y'all all gonna say the same shit too. That's why I call him the black Mikey Garcia.
That's all cap because nobody's saying that with Beaver.
Exactly.
Okay, Canelo went 12 rounds with Beaver, but he got the shit beat out of him.
Yep.
Okay, so what? So what? You went 12 rounds. All right. Juan Marquez. He went 12 rounds with Floyd. Got the shit beat out of him.
Yep.
What does that mean?
Don't mean
he
shit.
12 rounds. He lost every round.
Yep.
Yeah. Robert Garcia was like, man, you want me to stop this fight? He wanted to stop it. They left him in there out of pride, bro, and ended his career. After that fight,
caption screen this shit. I'm gonna caption screen this shit, Ross.
After that fight, he lost a charity bout with fucking Eric Morales, who's been retired down there 10, 15 years.
All right, Devontae Anthony, you better own up to that shit. Me and Ross gonna split that shit 200 apiece. He said if Earl wins by knockout, I'll donate $400. We're gonna see. I don't trust niggas, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see if you're gonna own up to your word, man. We're gonna split that motherfucker 200 apiece. You better be ready to donate that shit.
Wherever I see somebody who got that just initial for their guitar, I don't believe shit they say, man.
Yep.
They don't even have the balls to put their face next to what they say.
Yep.
They just fucking initial. I don't believe shit they say. Even if they agree with me, I don't believe shit they say. So why the fuck you hiding? Why you trying to be anonymous?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you got 400, if you supposedly got 400 to donate.
But the real question is, Mikey Garcia was a 5 pound fighter. Why the fuck did Errol Spence out easy? Because Errol Spence, he wasn't even trying to knock him out. He was out boxing.
Exactly. These are the same niggas you see saying, "Oh, he supposedly couldn't stop Mikey." They were the same ones saying Mikey's the Mexican Mayweather. They were the same ones saying Mikey Garcia is going to embarrass Errol Spence. He's going to outbox Errol Spence. They were the same ones mentioning constantly over and over and over and over and over again that Mikey Garcia is a 4-class division champion. They were mentioning all that bullshit, all being led by their ringleader, IBFP. And now all of a sudden they changing it up. Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah,
And then now you got people saying if you enjoy Eagles Weight Watchers, you are probably bi-curious. He knows everything. You are too funny. Damn right. If you enjoy Weight Watchers, I'm gonna say this, make it very fucking clear. Because in Weight
that's
Watchers,
false.
the terminology tells you V taper. All you hear in that motherfucker is V fucking taper.
Yeah.
You already told you what code word V taper mean. Big Tyrone 720 said V taper means dick print. So if you like a V taper, that means you like dick prints.
And that's false. Everybody gave Mikey Garcia a chance. Some of the biggest names in boxing said Mikey Garcia outboxed Spencer. Spence ain't a boxer.
Sugar Ray Leonard out of his own mouth said, "I'm picking Mikey Garcia because he's Mikey Garcia." So what the fuck you talking about? Did you even remember?
And when he said that, Spence said, "You know what? I ain't trying to knock this guy out. I'm gonna outbox him."
Exactly.
Make sure he shut him out every round. Mikey Garcia didn't win one fucking round.
Yep.
He's supposedly a pound for pound fighter. Didn't win one round.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is about Spence and Crawford, and I just don't think Crawford ever was on Spence's level. I think this is going to be very easy work, and it's going to be very brutal. It's going to be very brutal, and I can see a lot of these guys that's in here right now never coming back to this channel ever again.
Oh, they're never coming back.
Can you understand? You have to be you have to be a coward to really be a Terence Crawford fan.
Yep.
Yeah, he ran from 140.
Yep.
To 147. Didn't fight nobody the whole time. Wait for guys to get old. He gone out of 147 at this time. Spence stuck around just to fight him. He came his weight class when he wasn't gonna fight anybody. Waited for he could take over and beat and win another easy weight class. Like he did at 140. He ain't fight nobody at 135, nobody at 140. And he thought he was gonna do the same thing at 147, but he had a rude fucking awakening. Yep. Terence Crawford was never on Spence level.
Never.
Ever. Hell
never.
No.
And you know it's the trip part about all of this? If we're being honest, the trip part about all of this is this. If we're being very honest about it. When people talk about betting in Vegas, I'll entertain that for 2 seconds. Because me and Ross said that last week. Here's the thing. When Vegas is uniformly getting behind someone, it's because they know that person is the loser. So they have to hedge their biggest bet on the loser, hoping that they can make the most money off of the fucking loser. That's how betting works. When you see they throw their money mostly someone else's ways because they know that person is in the losing position. If Vegas would have put all their money on Spence, they would have been telling you that they think Crawford is nice like that. But they're letting you know Spence is nice like that, and they're really not gonna make money like that off him because he's guaranteed to win. But y'all motherfuckers can't even understand how betting works. Vegas is telling you that Terence Crawford is not on Errol Spence's level. So that's why they're telling all of you dum-dums, put your money on Crawford. They used to do this shit with Floyd. They used to do this shit with Andre Ward. They used to do this shit with all of these motherfuckers. But the bottom line is you have 3 error-filled fighters in boxing, and people can't help but to accept it. Floyd is a CompuBox error-filled fighter. Andre Ward is a utilities man error-filled fighter. Errol Spence is a unlimited pressure error-filled fighter. You guys will understand what I mean when I say error-filled come July 29th. Because then you will realize Terence Crawford never belonged in the ring, and Terence Crawford was promoted by Bob Arum. Bob Arum promotes smoke and mirrors. Bob Arum is the greatest matchmaker in boxing. Terence Crawford's career, if Terence Crawford's being honest with himself, Terence Crawford's career is deservingly reminiscent off of Bob Arum. He owes Bob Arum. To be honest with you, Terence Crawford is doing Bob Arum a disservice by not letting Bob Arum promote the fucking fight, because Bob Arum is the one that brought him to this point. I'm just being honest here. I'm being really fucking honest because motherfuckers act like Bob Arum and Al Heyman cannot make deals. No, they could make deals. When Bob Arum was getting ready to throw Terence Crawford into the damn wolves and say, okay, this boring ass nigga cannot make me fucking money. Now I'm gonna make the most money off of him. Terence Crawford got scared, man. He folded. And that's when he started saying shit like, oh, there's a lawsuit. Bob Arum don't like black people. Da 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 da. Why is this lawsuit dead now? Why is this lawsuit not active? Why is this lawsuit not active in the water? Come on, man. We know what it is. He pulled a Canelo Alvarez, just like Canelo did with Oscar De La Hoya. When Oscar De La Hoya was gonna feed Canelo Alvarez to fucking Jamal Charlo, what did he do? Canelo Alvarez want to do a lawsuit against Oscar De La Hoya. This is what these guys do, man. They duck the fights that they don't want to have happen. So when you hear Terence Crawford saying, I was ducking him and I didn't want the fight would have happened earlier, man. He was ducking. He got no choice now. He sees how much money he's going to make. He understands that this is the last hurrah. He already went to the Hall of Fame. So basically they enshrined him in. They did a pre-enshrinement. He's already pre-filled out his AARP card. He's going to get fucking retired, man. He knows it.
Yeah,
y'all just ain't the exclusive state of it, but he knows it. He's getting fucking retired.
Yeah. So what you're getting now is a lot of anxiety.
Yep.
You're getting a lot of anxiety. These guys really don't have faith in Bud at all.
Yep. And fucking depression.
So they can't talk about Bud hasn't really accomplished anything really when you look at his resume. So they can't really talk. They can't really big up Bud or brag on him. So they have to try to tear down Errol Spence's resume.
Facts.
So they can't talk about Bud's resume because who has he beat? Sean Porter was his mandatory for the WBO. He ducked him. Danny Garcia was the number one contender for his belt. He ducked him and gave Amir Khan the same money he was going to give Danny Garcia. The same money that he said Danny Garcia was asking too much for, he gave to Amir Khan.
Facts.
Spence was out of boxing for 2 years. This motherfucker still ain't fighting nobody. He still didn't get the other belt, the WBA belt. Spence had to come out. Spence, that's a mini retirement. That's longer than Michael Jordan. Spence was out of boxing longer than Michael Jordan was out of basketball. This motherfucker come back, and there's still belts that haven't been collected yet. Spence now got to come back and beat Ugas. Why Bud ain't beat Ugas?
Yep.
Why Bud ain't trying to fight Ugas? I gotta understand one thing. You wanna know why Bud ain't trying to fight Ugas? Because he already lost to Ugas several times in the amateur. That's why. Bud came to 147 and want no smoke. He thought guys were damn. By the time it's time for me to really make some noise, I beat up all these no-name welterweights for the vacant belts. When he got undisputed on 140, he ain't really take no belts from no champions. Those are vacant belts, man. That's what Bob Arum does. He has this fighter like Inoue. Inoue, this is the reason why people don't know Inoue like that. We just not knowing Inoue nice now. Because when he got undisputed, he ain't beat nobody for undisputed.
Facts.
You fought people for vacant belts, non-champions and shit. He ain't whoop nobody, man. He's trying to whoop niggas with Donnie and bravo. But this is the same top ranked shit they always do.
Yep.
Then when he get his real test line, he gonna lose.
Yep.
It's like Teofimo Lopez lost, just like Loma lost, just like Pacquiao lost.
Yep.
He gonna lose.
Canelo.
Hey, I'm talking Canelo too. He gonna lose his biggest fight. That's what they all do. They build them. They build them up like you build up sheep or you build up cows, slaughter.
Yep. And these niggas these motherfuckers always jump to the next hype job. Because right now, hype jobs are on a premium low right now. Once Terence Crawford get exposed, July 29th, now it's gonna be Inoue or die. They're gonna be hanging on Inoue. They're gonna be hanging on a thread of Inoue. But here's the problem: once Inoue get exposed, where y'all jumping to?
It's gonna be somebody else. It's always gonna be somebody else.
Yep.
But what you know is don't lord with these guys. These guys, man. But they might stay on Bud because the reason why I like Bud, they got nothing to do with boxing. It's about the package. They might stay on Bud.
Yeah,
but
they
these
might.
Guys, there's no loyalty, man. These guys don't have no loyalty. You know what I mean? As soon as they take an L, they look for the next women monkey branch. You got a woman, you gotta stay on your ding. You can't. You lose your job. Probably got like 3 months for that bitch leave you, man. 6 months tops. She start talking about you broke as hell and she tired of paying rent. Women don't really want to be independent. They just be talking.
Yep.
They want you to do all that shit. Y'all niggas like women, y'all be monkey branching from one nigga to another nigga, one team to another team. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James. The reason LeBron James changed so many teams, monkey branching like a woman. No loyalty. Oh, got when the second player like he's starting to struggle, but D like he lost a step, then him immediately. And because Kyrie is out there putting in work. Y'all niggas lucky brand week. Jump to the next man. Y'all some bras. And what they hate PD fighters. And told y'all to our brain. Simple.
All right, so based on the weight class for bantamweight, that's why I knew he's dominating, man. In that weight class, you got a bunch of no fucking namers, man, in that shit. Let's be honest.
Who he was.
And on top of that, the shit say the weight class itself, the weight is so low. Let this motherfucker go up to 130. Let him go up to 135 and start fighting motherfuckers like Shakur Stevenson. Man, he'll get his ass dominated. I want him to start going up in the weight. Going up, go to 122, go to 130, 135, move up in weight class. You supposedly got this power. I guarantee you that power ain't gonna transfer over if you move your ass up. I guarantee that. They always say these motherfuckers got power. They said this shit with Manny Pacquiao, but all of a sudden, when Manny Pacquiao started fighting at 147, 154, somewhere, somehow, when he wasn't on P, the power was gone. He wasn't stopping nobody.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's how this shit works. Let him move up in weight, and then let's see if the power is transfer. Because I guarantee you, he go up and fight at 130, 135, he gonna get fucking exposed. Like a motherfucker.
Motherfuckers think all because they know somebody's name, that they're not no names. Yep. All people know no name people. Yep. Y'all are at the same level. Of course you're gonna know his name. Well, you know you got a name when everybody know who the fuck are. That fight, that's a big fuck was on ESPN.
Yep.
Yeah. Because they can't make no pay-per-view because nobody know them.
And they prop up their hype jobs because they want their hype jobs to stay at a weight class they could dominate. Of course, you go dominate at 115. Of course, you could dominate at some stupid ass weight class like that. Move your rabbit ass up. Start moving up to 122. You know why I respect Loma? Let me tell you one reason why I respect Loma in a sense. Loma was moving up. That nigga was moving up. That motherfucker was moving up in the weight class. Yeah. At least he moved up. Move the fuck up. Stop trying to dominate some damn 115, making everybody think you invincible. If you so invincible at that weight class, that means nobody can see you. Move the fuck up. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to move up weight classes.
We're talking to somebody who don't know nothing about boxing.
Exactly.
He said Errol should move up to 168. You don't move up to 168 from 147.
147. You move to 154.
You go to 154.
Exactly.
That's not how you do that.
Yeah, that's why I said move from 115 to 122. Move from 122 then to 130. Move from 130 to then 135. If this dude is what you say he is, he should be moving up like that. Earl's gonna move up after he dismantles Terence Crawford. He's gonna be at 154. Then when he gets undisputed at 154, he's gonna move to 160. Like Earl's gonna move up. But this dude you keep talking about, this bantamweight, this motherfucker here ain't trying to go to 122. He ain't trying to go to 130. He ain't trying to go to 135. So I don't want to hear this bullshit, man.
Yeah,
and that's to be honest with you, black men are not their physiology is hard pressed to make 130. Now I know why he lost that fucking fight. Yeah, he chinny, but let's be honest. His physiology ain't built for no damn 115, man. This motherfucker had him at the right weight class, though. That's why when you looked at Fulton and the weight at the weigh-in, the dude looked bad.
Like about to pass out.
Woo, that dude looked bad, boy. He looked bad. He looked like he had to withhold food for like 2 weeks. That's why he got his ass knocked the fuck out. But this dude right here, he's got an Asian physiology, so it's expected Asian physiology is supposed to stay at 115, 120, man. Remember they had that dude, what was his name? Kubayashi or Kabayashi that was eating fucking hot dogs. Motherfuckers never get fat. That's because he got that physiology, man. Them motherfuckers be small, short as shit, small as fuck, and and these motherfuckers be at low fucking weight classes, man. That bantamweight shit ain't no joke, but because when you look at that weight class, what do you see? The reason why, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean no disrespect, but then I do mean disrespect. That weight class shouldn't even be part of professional boxing. That should be some MMA, UFC shit. Because they always got garbage motherfuckers in that weight class, man. So of course, if you're one dude that stand out, you're gonna look good. They should be out the gate starting guys at 122 pounds.
115. That's the weight. That's the weight of a black 8th grader, man. 8th grade, man. I'm bigger than that. 8th grade, 7th grade. 115. Exactly. Yeah, think about that, man. That don't mean shit, man.
Yeah, that shit don't mean shit.
The shit don't mean shit till you get to 130, 130. And like all that shit down there, that's who watches that?
Exactly.
Like, bro.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if they started boxing at 126, guys like Inoue wouldn't exist. Because he wouldn't be able to be dominant. Let's be honest. The motherfucker wouldn't be dominant. Because then they're like, boxing is basically saying, no, we're gonna start you at a higher weight class. They create this shit so that guys like him could thrive in a sport that really he don't even belong in the sport. And I know this sounds controversial and it's gonna piss a lot of people off, but it's the truth. The only reason why Inoue is thriving, he's thriving because he got a bunch of tomato cans that he's fighting, man. Let's be honest. If they put tomato cans in front of you and you got power, you're gonna be knocking motherfuckers out.
People be misusing words that they don't know the definition of. Errol Spence career is average. Errol Spence right now is a 3-belt unified champion. The average fighter, let me see. The average fighter don't even win a championship in boxing.
Exactly.
The average fighter is a journeyman. The average fighter is a gatekeeper. Never even win a championship. A 3-belt unified champion. You have to open up a dictionary, learn the definition to these words for you. Please, man. I'm irritated. I'm tired.
Yeah, let's go ahead and close it out, man. Any closing thoughts, man?
Don't waste my time, man. Like, nah, man. At the end of the day, Errol Spence. That's it.
My closing thought is this. Naoya Inoue is thriving because the sport has given him a weight class to where he can dominate. And as long as he keep his ass little and stay in that weight class, he gonna dominate forever. Right. But if his ass move up, he gonna get motherfucking exposed, man. I see through the bullshit now. I see why he doing what he's doing. Because let's be honest, you get a whole bunch of Asian dudes like him. So he's gonna fight motherfuckers like him and he's gonna knock them out. Because there's not too many more names outside of Fulton and Donaire that he's gonna be fighting at that low weight class. But I guarantee you he ain't gonna move up because he's in a perfect free fall to dominate where he's at. But he fuck around and get to 130, that power is gonna be non-existent. 135, we know this because when he fought Donaire and Donaire had more weight on him, Donaire was able to withhold his punches. So it's very clear that his power is overrated depending on the type of fighter that's in front of him. And that's all I got to say with that, man. Y'all be easy. It's been real. Peace.
Peace.